So I like to view meditation as a cultivation of meta skills. So what do I mean by this? Well, as we're learning to meditate, we're training our attention and our intention and our awareness overall. So we're cultivating innate capacities that are crucial regardless of the specific skill that we want to learn or excel at. So in other words, meditation helps us cultivate domain general skills. Skills that help us acquire other skills. So for example, if I have control over my attention and my emotions, this will be beneficial to me whether I'm doing martial arts or cooking or writing or programming or just engaged in a conversation with a friend. And I would argue that these type of meta skills are becoming increasingly important in our fast-moving world. So let's take a look at 4 of these meta skills that we're cultivating through meditation. So first of all, we're training our capacity to stay focused on the task at hand without getting distracted, with a renewed sense of interest and curiosity. And the pioneering psychologist William James in the 1800s said about attention, "The faculty of voluntarily bringing back a wandering attention over and over again is the very root of judgment, character, and will. And education which should improve this faculty would be the education par excellence." So through attention training, meditation helps us go deeper into any experience and any activity. It also helps us become less caught up in distractions, both internal ones and external ones. And so we become able to reclaim our agency. And we're less likely to be hijacked, to have our attention being hijacked in different ways. And this, I would argue, is becoming increasingly important in our information age. And as Tristan Harris well knows, when he says attention is sacred because it is the foundation of choice. Secondly, meditation starts a process of kind of stepping back and to look deeper into our experience. And this gives rise to what is often called insight. And insight simply means to see into, to see deeper into the patterns of both our body, mind, and the world around us and the interaction between the two. So, for example, we become aware of the mental projections and the way that we get trapped in our own world of concepts, that we don't actually see the world as it is, but we see it through the lens of our concepts. And the same applies to the way we look at ourselves as well. And so this understanding, it affords us to start cutting through delusions and destructive views that we hold and that hold us back. And so that from there we can start to create more constructive frames for our lives. Third, this capacity to take a witnessing role of what's going on enables us to live with more equanimity and peace. It enables us to stay centered in all the tumult, in all the ups and downs of life. And mindfulness and meditation has been demonstrated to help with emotional regulation. And from a neuroscience perspective, it's also correlated with a strengthening of the insula in the brain, which is involved in emotional regulation, and also of the corpus callosum, which is connecting the two hemispheres in our brain. And by maintaining what we might call our sovereignty in this way, we're more likely to be able to respond to different circumstances of our lives rather than merely reacting and being pulled in different directions. And when we can live from this place of equanimity, we also put less strain on our autonomic nervous system. We actually reduce the stress levels that so often get in the way of our own well-being and of intentional action. And this brings us to the fourth point, which is about bringing these insights and this equanimity back into our everyday lives and into our interactions with other people. So through meditation and contemplation practices, we're also explicitly cultivating kindness and generosity and forgiveness. So over time, as we're creating these new frames for ourselves, it actually brings about a new way of being and interacting with the world. So these 4 types of meta skills, they provide a tremendous benefit to whatever it is that you're doing. And on a deeper level, the process of meditation is a process of self-discovery and even self-transcendence. So when we look at these type of benefits, such as acquiring new skills or cultivating our focus, our well-being, emotional regulation, our stress levels, these can all be seen as side effects of this deeper process.